What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 10 British things that the rest of the world needs. So I have to admit, I am genuinely very curious to hear about this. I feel like there's these British secrets that we don't know about that could just revolutionize our American way of life, or I don't know, at least improve it in some way. So let's find out what exactly us Americans are missing out on by taking a look at this video. It's by Daydreamer's Barn. It's called 10 British Things That the World Needs. Let's take a look.
I'm going to go ahead and start it off with doing the MOT. I know it's not something that my husband necessarily likes, but I absolutely appreciate it, and I absolutely love the fact that...
MOT? MOT? What is the MOT? What is this? I've never heard of this before. Taking the MOT? Is this like a test or something?
But I absolutely appreciate it, and I absolutely love the fact that the vehicles are, you have that quality control.
What? I'm so confused. Can I Google this? I think I can Google this. MOT? Come on, save me, Google. Okay, here we go. This is what you get. Check out the MOT status of a vehicle. What is MOT in the UK? Perfect. Once a car is 3 years old, it must be tested each year to check if it meets road safety and environmental standards. Oh, wow. So this is like a mandatory policy in the UK? You have to get your car checked out every year to make sure it's safe. I mean, here in America, you're encouraged to have routine checkups, routine maintenance on your car, but it's not required. But now that I hear about this, I'm kind of thinking, why isn't it required? I didn't even realize this could be a thing. This Ministry of Transport test is known as the MOT. That makes so much sense, because it's like something... It's something that not only affects you, your vehicle, but affects other people around you, making sure you have a safe vehicle. Yeah, I would just think, yeah. I've never thought about this before. I like this as well.
It's just a check that you know that your vehicle is in tip-top shape, and if anything needs to be fixed, you bring it in, they will tell you what needs to be fixed. They can fix it for you, or you can take it to a garage that you want to, fix it for you.
I like this. I like this a lot. That would make me, and also, I don't know, as an individual, I feel like in America, it's very easy to push this off. Like, you're supposed to get your car kind of inspected every so often, after a certain amount of miles you go or whatever. But a lot of us just kind of blow it off. But if it were mandatory, sometimes there's things like this that I'd be okay if it was mandatory, because it would force me to do it for my own good. I am not equipped to take care of my own well-being. I need the government to tell me. Well, in this case, that might be true. And honestly, yeah, I didn't realize that in Britain this was like a mandatory thing. I like that.
So, or if you're handy, you can fix it yourself, I guess. But for me, I think that that's one of the things that I know some states in the U.S. they do offer that, but it's not enough. I don't think. I know.
So maybe some states do this test. I still am not sure if it's like anywhere I've lived, it's not mandatory. Like once you have your car, no one cares what you do with it. It's just up to you, which is kind of scary when you think about it.
Chris would beg to differ with me on that, but for me, I think that that's one of the big things that I really appreciate about here
Yeah.
is just having that quality control check, that check of your vehicle and knowing that other vehicles that are on the road
Yep.
are sound and they're not going
Yep.
to be causing, unnecessary accidents.
Exactly. I don't even think about that. Now I'm gonna. It's like in America, you don't know the condition of every other car. We just kind of all assume that we're all taking care of our cars, but there's no way that can be true 100% of the time. Yeah, this is like kind of a public safety issue. I've just never thought about it like that. I'm laughing because I'm terrified now.
So, or deaths, if, for no better word. So,
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
yeah,
Next one is
yeah. I was actually driving down a highway once, and a random pipe started flying like down the highway at me, like a wheel, like it was a pipe spinning down the highway, and actually hit the underside of my car and caused a lot of damage. I have no idea where that pipe came from to this day. I think it got flung off of like a big truck or something, but all I knew is that a pipe was coming at me, and that's all I really cared about in that moment, and I couldn't avoid it. And it's like, maybe that could have been avoided if in America, all of us had to have our trucks and cars inspected more routinely. Yeah, that's literally a personal experience I've had.
is going to be Yorkshire tea. I absolutely love a good cup of Yorkshire tea.
I love this list. It is all over the place. British things the world needs. Car safety standards? Yes. Tea? Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can give that one a yes yet. I will listen to her argument. I've never had Yorkshire tea. I don't drink tea. Americans don't drink tea. It's not a thing here. I know it's very, very big in Britain. Most Americans associate tea with Britain. I don't necessarily understand what the hype is all about, though.
And so I know everybody else has their own likes, but I really wish the entire world could appreciate and be able to just embrace the Yorkshire tea because
So it's Yorkshire tea specifically. Is that like the most popular British tea, or is that what you think of when you think of tea? Yorkshire tea. Okay.
that is just elite.
Oh,
Absolutely elite.
oh wow.
So,
Wow. Maybe, man. Maybe here in America, we really are missing out on some stuff. Like, she's American, and she has clearly lived in Britain. So I am inclined to listen to her opinion here, which it's like she's begging fellow Americans to indulge in these British things that we just don't give a chance.
that would be my number 2. I would say the National Trust. I know that I guess other places have it in a sense, but I really think that
National Trust? What is a national trust? I don't know if we have this or not. I'm going to be totally honest. Sounds like some kind of government federally run budget or investment, like a trust.
you pay minimal amount to have a year-long access to all of these amazing, just historical sites.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of like a trust fund or something. This is the National Trust is something you can buy to visit historical sites. This is like a season ticket or something.
These amazing, just historical sites. And I think it's a
Okay.
wonderful thing to have. And, I really think that that is number 3 for me. Now that we're a part of the Cool Kids and be able to go and enjoy all of these places without paying a lot of money because, Nowadays, everything costs a lot of money.
The National Trust is some kind of season ticket thing where you now have access to lots of like historical sites, or am I understanding this right?
So for our family of four, we paid 150 pounds.
Okay.
So yeah, that I think is why it's number 3 for me.
Sure. That sounds good. There's nothing like that I'm aware of here in the United States. I'd like to learn more about this. Like, what stuff does this actually give you access to? Is it like a really good bang for your buck? Like, for the money you pay? She said like 150 pounds. You get like a lot of value out of this. I think I need more information, but it sounds cool.
So yeah. So number 4 is going to be all of the churches.
Oh,
In one of our last videos that we shared, just being able to stumble upon, all of these magnificent churches, that some of the villages are raising money to save.
yeah. I mean, can't you just say this for British architecture in general? Like churches, cathedrals, castles, historical buildings, old villages. Britain has so much cool old stuff. For lack of a better word, we don't have cool old stuff like Britain has. This is not really a lot of this stuff so far we could implement in America, that we could drink the tea, we could check our cars. We can't really fix this, unfortunately. This is just something we have to be forever kind of jealous about, all this cool stuff.
And I just think that it is just something that if you've never been somewhere that has churches that are thousands of years old, number 5 is going to be British TV on the Netflix. But I really wish that British TV was just something that was norm. The
British TV. It's interesting because she mentions Netflix. Most Americans don't watch that much regular TV. We watch streaming, Netflix, Hulu, I don't know, the rest. Peacock, Prime, like stuff like that. So is she actually talking about British cable TV? Like, I don't even own like regular like TV, honestly. So I'm a little curious about this, but it sounds a bit outdated.
The banter, it's just good entertainment. It is super funny.
Okay.
And it is something that I think the entire world needs to appreciate, because it's something that Chris and I have now I have truly loved and started appreciating more since moving here, because
I feel like she's referring to like British TV shows in general, which I'm sure you can find on some streaming services, right? Or maybe just British TV, I don't know. I assume Brits like use streaming services, like just like Americans, so, and you can get British shows, right? I think she's just arguing in favor of British content. British movies, British shows, like, and how in America, we simply do not watch them. That is absolutely true. There's some that have kind of made their way through the cracks, but not many. So I think we are missing out a lot on that.
Because now I understand the jokes and I understand all of the banters back and forth,
Yeah, not that long ago, I did a video watching Fawlty Towers for the first time, which was hilarious. And we have nothing like that. My eyes are being opened more to how much British content, like shows, movies, stuff that we are sorely missing out on in America. Because we just consume American stuff, I think, for the most part. And I think a lot of British people out there consume British stuff and American content. Whereas in America, we just do American content, and we're really missing out.
And how the humor works here. So it really makes sense
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But the next one, I would say the beautiful countryside here in England or the entire UK.
Oh. The UK countryside. Okay. I mean, again, it might be something the world wants, but or that we need, but we can't get it. So this is just purely bragging about the British countryside. There's nothing we can do to get this.
I have to say that that is something that I really wish the entire world really would appreciate a little bit more. And
We at least need to appreciate it more. I think I've seen a little bit of stuff on YouTube videos, and it is beautiful. Especially if we're talking about little, like I've seen small English villages, and like that's so cool, so incredibly different. Countryside, yeah, does that count? Yeah, the geography of the UK is pretty insane. Like, I think we could appreciate that.
would truly come over and see a lot more than I think they do.
Huh.
Because in the United States, we have like those hot spot destinations, and I
Yes.
think that that's similar to, the Britain or the UK and England and Scotland and Wales and all of the places in the UK. They have like their hot spots of
Sure.
this is the tourist destination. I just really
Right.
wish that they would venture out and really appreciate the beautiful countryside.
Oh, I see. I see her point. Like in the UK, I think Americans have destinations. London, of course. Really specific touristy areas, which deserve their reputation. But she's saying there's lots of places around Britain that tourists, Americans in particular, we don't even know about, we don't talk about, and we don't visit. We don't give it a chance. So I totally get what she's saying.
That is what Chris and I absolutely love to embrace.
Okay.
So, yeah, that
Yeah.
would be my number 6. So, yeah. And then, so my number 7 is going to be, is going to be the pub culture. And I'm also going to throw in the, like, fish
Oh.
and chips with it.
fish and chips, the most British thing ever, next to tea. And pub culture. Pubs are a fascinating thing that exists in the UK, but not in America. I've tried to learn about them a bit. I thought they were like American bars. They're nothing like American bars. They're their own unique, like wonderful part of British culture. A lot of Americans don't have any clue about. I think she's so spot on with this. Fish and chips as well. I've never had that. I don't know if we're missing out or not.
One, because pub culture here is just elite. Something that a lot of the other, I guess, the rest of the world just doesn't understand.
Okay.
You go and you're meeting your buddies down there, and you're just going, after you get off work, just have a couple brews, then you're gonna go home, and it's
Okay.
just something. You're gonna go and have your Sunday roast at a pub. It's something
Okay.
that is a part of the culture here, and it is ingrained that the beer is good, the food is good,
Okay.
and you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I can tell. I can feel her passion and excitement for British pubs, like just through her talking. I wouldn't say visiting the bar is a part of American culture. Certainly not after work or having a Sunday roast or any food for that matter. This does sound. I'm not sure I'll truly ever understand it. I've never experienced the British pub, but it sounds like this super fun, wholesome, cozy thing that we're missing out on.
Just can't go wrong. And so I'm now going to transition. My last three are going to be words that I wish the entire world would embrace.
Okay.
And would just start saying all the time.
Okay.
Especially people in the U.S.
Oh, boy.
Because I just think that they sound, I don't know, good.
Okay.
One, I think I've said it before. I can't say it enough. Hiya.
Hiya. I'm laughing because in America, that is the stereotypical sound of a karate chop. Hiya! Hiya! That's what Americans think of. What is this in Britain? Hiya. How have I not heard this one? Hiya? Does that mean hi?
I love that. It's just simple. Hiya. It's just a simple little, yep. Hi.
It's a greeting.
Now keep on going.
It's a greeting. It's in passing. It's like hiya, and then it's like an in passing kind of hello.
I don't need to know everything about your day. Just hiya, and then go on.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
That was number 8, and number 9 is going to be the cue. You know, I just feel, instead of saying line, like in the U.S., I just feel like getting in the queue. Hey, are you in the queue?
Queue. Yeah. I remember when I first saw a video talking about queues, I didn't even know what that meant. We have the word queue here, but we don't use it ever, really. It maybe in regards to like digital computer stuff, like my file is in the queue. Maybe that's the only time I've heard it. We call it waiting in line, whereas in Britain it's a queue. Maybe how do you say it? Like you're queuing or waiting in a queue? I don't know. But it does make it sound more substantial, more important. Like in America, we don't take waiting in line seriously. We don't respect the line. If it were a queue, if it had a proper name, I don't know, something about that name gives it more meaning or something.
It just sounds like more proper, more
Yeah.
elegant, I guess.
Yeah.
I could say
Yeah.
in a way. It just sounds so, I don't know. It sounds good to my ears.
I'm okay with that. Queuing. It's never going to happen here in America. Not in a million years is that word going to be used. We're going to say waiting in line, but I like the word, and it is more proper, I think.
You know, and I absolutely love seeing like the road signs that says queue ahead. Like, okay, I know I'm about to meet some traffic.
Right.
Get in that line. And then, so number 10, the last, and final one is sorted.
Sorted. Sorted? Like you're sorting clothing? What? Sorted?
Something that Chris and I both wish and we will probably use when we leave, along with Q and Haya, is going to be sorted.
Huh?
Sorted? You're sorted. It's you're done. It's finished. It's fixed.
Oh. We kind of use this word, or say like, yeah, it's all sorted out. It's all sorted out. It's all good. It's all done. I feel like I would know what this meant if someone said, okay, you're all sorted. We just don't use that phrase, but I feel like I'd know what that meant somehow. I'm indifferent on that one. She seems to love sorted. I'm indifferent. Like here we just say, okay, you're all good to go. Like, do we need another word for that? I don't know. But anyway, that was a really fun list. And I think for the most part, she was absolutely spot on. These are British things the rest of the world could really benefit from or appreciate. Because with some of this, we're talking about beautiful British buildings and architecture and landscaping, and we can't have those things. We can appreciate it, but there's some things here that we could really benefit from. That vehicle test, British TV. We could watch more British TV. I don't know if we could have pubs. Some of this is like sort of a pipe dream, where it'd be nice if we had it, but these are parts of British culture, and you can't just change culture. So I don't know if America is going to be getting any of this stuff anytime soon, but it's fun to learn about. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on these British things that we desperately need. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Britain and learning about British culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.